Evening all, welcome to Kicking Dust. Right, continuing our, there's a lot of spawn camping going on here, so this video is going to be used to reinforce my point that and continue the discussion that I'm sure is picking at rage. Now again, to be clear, I record all of these in one go, so it's like Friday night on the 11th of April. Just had a good few drinks, had a really nice, I got given a really nice bottle of whiskey, right? And I usually don't drink whiskey because it's a bit of an old gits drink, right? But I drank some of it, and it was like, usually it's so strong that it blows your knob off. But this stuff was like, it was quite nice. It was smooth whiskey I never thought existed. So either I'm getting old, which is a possibility, or I'm actually growing a taste for sort of hard liquors. Anyway, I digress. What am I talking about? Let's talk about the game. I hope and pray that my discussion point about the whole nuff buff culture and the limiting kind of principles of this game is hitting a chord. I hope I'm not upsetting anyone. I actually do, because I don't give a shit. But I hope people are accepting and acknowledging perhaps the argument you don't have to agree with me, but I think hopefully people are kind of interacting with the discussion point, because I think, there's definitely something to be said about kind of, the new player experience in general is pretty absent. I wouldn't say it's horrible, but it's difficult to understand how the game works. That's probably step number one. Because again, I'm going to cite Trouble, my boss on the channel. She got into the game, she tried it, couldn't quite work out the fittings, how it worked. And again, we laugh at this because it's like, oh my god, you couldn't work that out. Well, think about it from a complete new person's point of view. And I know you're probably thinking, well, hang on, she's like, running the channel that has like, probably more Dust videos than any other. She doesn't watch my stuff because she kind of hates me. Seriously, she does hate me. So she doesn't watch my stuff because I just infuriate her, seriously. So she's pretty much in tune with the rest of the subscriber base, I would suggest. But I'm serious, she doesn't watch the video. So she actually, and I kind of did this on purpose, I wanted her to come to the game and try it as a completely new person, and she did, and she failed. Not that she failed, it was very difficult to kind of get into the game, very difficult to understand how to fit something, very difficult to kind of progress. And I think there are corps like Dust University who, big shout out to those guys, because they do help you. The Unholy Legion doesn't. We have, a lot of people, but we're generally a bit like kind of AFK at the moment, so there's not that kind of help from corps like us either, so that's not good. I think, to be honest, the only way you're going to learn how this game works is from friends and good guides and videos, etc. So I think they do help, but I still think you can give everybody the entire manual and discussion and discourse on how to dust bro, but yet they still won't play like totally well. They won't get it, because you've got to play it to get it. You can't read a manual on how to fish and then think you're a fisherman or fisherwoman, because you've got to actually go out and throw the rod into the pool. That's not a metaphor, by the way. I'm a child, I know I am, but it's not a metaphor, I promise. And literally, unless you do it, unless you literally arc majestically into the pool, you're not going to get it, bro. And that's kind of the problem, is that a lot of people can watch guides and read stuff, but when they come into the game, if they get stomped or if they get a bad couple of games, most people won't stick around. They won't, they may not uninstall the game and run off, but they certainly won't enjoy their immediate experience of it. They certainly probably won't enjoy, I think, just generally a lot of the game's offerings in essence. And I think that's a shame, because that is kind of, I think, what's happening. So that's one side of the discussion. The other is the nerf buff culture, and I think, again, there was a fantastic post started, and by the time this is out, it's probably long dead and necroed, but I think, it was an interesting thread. I didn't start it, by the way, but just a word of warning and a note of advice. If you want to make a cogent argument and opinion, don't start the thread with "listen to Pyrex." The reason being is I'm not the most popular man with everybody. Now, it doesn't mean again, when you look at the subscribers and the video views we get, obviously people are loving our stuff. So thank you so much. I love you all. Seriously, I do. But there's a group of people who got a bit butthurt about some things I said about like 3 people, and that obviously then hurt their entire alliance. And just generally, I think my CPM opinion point has made me very unpopular as well. But these are all fleeting discussion and arguments that, again, I do not fear and do not apologize for making. Too many people have got the spines of a sponge in this game and never say what they mean and never mean what they say. And that is the sad truth of what a lot of, I think, people who play this game do. So yeah, I wouldn't do it. If you're going to start a post about something, you know, to like the nerf buff culture, don't do listen to Pyrex ever again, please. Because yeah, people just kind of like that you might as well just say you're all wrong and you're all massive retards and I hate you all and you all suck and you're all literally, you've never touched a boob. And you know, that's how it's pretty much, you might as well just put that, and you may have even got a better result than what happened. But the thread was filled with good dialogue and argument. There were some people, I mean, the best quote I saw was, "I don't give a shit what you think or say, Pyrex. However, this is my opinion on the whole nerf buff culture," which just happened to be my exact point that I made about nerf buff culture, which is it's damaging, it's not great to the game. It would be something that I think is best like moved on from, and let's focus on, you know, fixing things. The word should be fix only. It shouldn't be nerf or buff. It should be let's fix that, and then it should be let's develop new content. New things sell the game, not fixes. Let's be honest. And I think when you focus too much on, quote, fixes, you're only serving a small number of the population who already play the game. New content is where you will win new players, and it's where you'll grab people and new subscribers. So that surely has to be the unique and the sole development point for this game. So there we go. I don't know. To be honest, I love to do these videos. I love to kind of give my 10 cents. I don't expect you to agree with me, and in fact I'm really kind of interested with those that don't as well, because, you know, I love the healthy debate, and I think some of the best comments I get are people who say, no, I don't agree with you because this reason. And I think some of the best debates I've ever had in this game have been in gang with people who don't agree with me, and I think that's obviously, you know, that's where the healthy discourse comes from, and I think that's really all that comment and nerf buff proposal is about. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll see you next time.